Hello, my name is ScienceBeard, and in this first of 2 videos I will show you what to avoid in arguments and how to defend yourself against the dark arts of arguments. And by argument I mean discussions in this context and not a conclusion supported by a reason. These are not formal flaws or fallacies mostly, but tricks that people use to win arguments. So let's begin. The first and possibly worst thing I'm going to discuss is the habit of some people to ascribe mental states to others. Typical phrases are, "I know what you are thinking," and "let me tell you where your perception is wrong," or words to that effect. A person is the foremost expert in what they are actually thinking, and what they say about their mental state has to be believed. If I said, for example, that I don't believe in the Christian God, and a follow-up of, "Okay, but are you happy?" is answered with, "I can tell that you really aren't happy, and you should believe in our God," then I'm not interested in the conversation that follows. The problem with ascribing mental states is that it is really quite annoying for the recipient. The "lady doth protest too much" argument is a mildly annoying form of it. And when you learn about this tactic, you're usually at pains to make clear that your denial of something is normal for you. The remedy here is to genuinely ask for clarification if you suspect that a point was missed or miscommunicated. The second thing is strawmanning, misrepresenting somebody's point of view in order to attack that position. To me, it's more often than not a sign of intellectual dishonesty, usually by people who should know better. For example, if somebody starts with, "So you are saying," and then proceeds to give an absurdly exaggerated version of your argument. People who are interested in a conversation will give you examples that test your argument and give you a chance to consider, refine, or revise it. "All killers belong in jail" may be refined to "all murderers belong in jail." Another example is feminism, which is a broad church anyway, but I have seen the "so you think women are better than men" thing. It's not even really an argument, but just a misrepresentation. Now, the last one was actually a formal fallacy, but this one is sort of a thing acquired through experience. Don't be tempted to defend everyone who shares some of your beliefs or opinions. I struggled with this for a long time. If you are asking me, then don't refer to someone else. For example, there are people who support or are members of political parties, as I was. Did I agree with everything they did? No. I was also a member of the Catholic Church in Germany until I was 18. Did I disagree with the church on stuff? Oh yeah, from quite a young age. I, however, also saw how hard-working our priest was and what Catholics did for each other and non-Catholics. So if somebody asks me about the Labour Party, generally I support them. Did I like Tony Blair and Jeremy Corbyn? Well, yes and no. Do I dislike Angela Merkel? No, not completely. Do I hate almost everything out of Trump's mouth? Yeah, well, actually pretty much. I mean, I'm sure he said something good at some point. I didn't hate that. Don't ever say, "I'm entitled to my opinion." That just means you have lost the argument, but you want to continue holding that belief. You can always go to hypotheticals. If this were correct, then yes, I would change my mind. Or you can say, "That still doesn't feel right to me." This is a clue to other people that you either need space and time to consider what you've heard or research a bit more. Whenever anybody says that they are not even considering your arguments, which that statement is really saying, it's time to move on. Talk to somebody else. Equally, don't give up on your opinion not just because somebody appears to have good arguments. If it's important to you or them, there is time to research a little more, formulate questions, and so on. Don't topic hop. This is also known as whataboutism. This can lead so easily into other fallacies such as tu quoque, false dichotomies, and so forth. But most of all, it is just really annoying. The aim of whataboutism is to introduce either a false equivalency, a tu quoque, or a spurious factoid which can't be fact-checked at the time. For example, person A did something wrong. Person A is the subject of discussion. Then person B is introduced into the proceedings, and they appear to have something in common. No, not that. The other participant in the discussion should have asked for clarification. What did Barack Obama actually do or say? Or they should have declared a tu quoque fallacy. Assuming that this is correct, then Barack Obama was wrong to do it. Two wrongs don't make a right. Kellyanne Conway uses point 3, don't be tempted to defend somebody else, blah, 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 against perceived enemies of Trump, according to the motto, you are either with us or against us. Point out when somebody topic hops and insist on staying with the topic at hand. I hope you found this helpful. See you for my next video.